Hey, I'm the Reasonable Cuber, and today I'm going to be ranking all of the WCA events from S to D. Now, this is going to be my subjective opinion, but my opinion's really the only one you need, right? So let's just get into it. Okay, first up is 2x2, which everyone says that it goes by really fast and it's really luck dependent, which is true. Personally, I don't like 2x2 that much. I still practice it every now and then, but I don't bother trying to learn anything past Ortega, so I'm just gonna put it at a solid B. Next is 3x3, which of course, S, easy. 3x3 is the best event, my favorite event. It's so good, come on, it's just the best. Next is 4x4, which I also really like. It has OLL and PLL parity, which is definitely a downside, but the rest of the solving process with Yao is so much fun. It's my second favorite event, up there in S tier with 3x3. And then 5x5, it's also pretty good. I also use Yao on it, but not Yao 5, but Yao. No OLL or PLL parity, but there still is edge parity. I guess you can learn the last two edge cases, but I don't know them. But it's gonna get an A. It's pretty good. And then 6x6, it's bigger, takes longer. You need center commutators for this one. OLL, PLL, and edge parity. No fixed centers, so you can mess up that sometimes, which I sometimes do. I'm gonna put it past 2x2 in the B tier. 7x7, also really long. You need at least one center commutator usually, and it's edge parity. No PLL or OLL parity, though. Takes a long time. I think I like it a little better than 6x6, but still not much. So it gets a little above 6x6 in the B tier. Okay, now one-handed is really fun. It's just 3x3, which I already love, just one-handed, which is a fun restriction to give it. It's pretty good. I'm gonna also put it in S tier after 4x4 though. Now, Pira, it goes by pretty quick. The tips, everyone says this, the tips are completely useless. You can have this without the tips, and it's the same solving process for the rest of it. The tips don't add any complexity to the puzzle, it's just annoying to have to deal with. And the puzzle itself is fine to solve. It's not my favorite. I'm gonna give it C. Next is Skewb, which doesn't have the problem with the tips like Pyraminx does, but it's still not that great in my opinion. I don't like it that much, but I think it's better than Pyraminx, so I'm gonna give it a little above Pyraminx, also in C tier though. Now, Square One is fun if you don't get parity. You can learn CSP, but that's too much for me. But it's still pretty fun. A lot of algs. Cube shape is pretty cool unless it's bad, but then it's okay most of the time. Do I enjoy solving 5x5 or Square One more? I think I'm going to put it just after 5x5 in A tier. And then Megaminx is pretty fun. Everyone says it's just like 3x3 over and over until you get to last there, but you should be pairing things up a little differently than on 3x3 because you have more freedom to do that, and it's better to do it that way. But Megaminx is really fun. It's sort of awkward to hold in your hand. It's kind of heavy as well. At least my Megaminx is. But it's still, I'm going to put it above 5x5 in A tier over here. Clock, listen, I don't know how many people love or hate Clock. I think it's pretty cool. It's definitely not my favorite, though. I think it's pretty alright. Do I enjoy solving 2x? I think I enjoy solving 2x2 more. 7x7, it depends on the day. But I think I'm going to put Clock just above 6x6. Okay, 3-blind. I didn't like 3-blind for the longest time. I knew how to solve it, but I didn't practice it that much. But since I have a competition in October with blind in it, I've been practicing it a little more. I've been practicing blind a little more, and I'm starting to enjoy it. You know, once you get better at it and stop getting all those DNFs, it's pretty fun. And it's really cool to watch people that are fast at it do blind. It's really good. So I think I'm gonna give it, I'm gonna put it above Square One in A tier. Now, 4-blind, I don't know how to do. I haven't seen much about it. I know, of course, it's just like 3-blind, it's really cool to watch. It's even more complex. It takes a little longer though, which might not be as great to watch, but it's very impressive. Anyone who can do a 4-blind I'm very impressed with you, but I've never tried it. I don't feel the need to try it. I think it's still pretty cool. I don't think it's as cool as 3-blind though. I'm gonna put it at probably a high B tier seems all right. Now 5-blind is crazy. It's really impressive when people can do it. It's a lot of people's greatest cubing achievements when they're able to do a 5-blind solve successfully. I think it's, again, really impressive. I don't know how to do it. I'm not going to try it. I'll probably put it above 4-blind in low A tier. Multi-blind is really cool as well. It's, just 3x3 blindfolded, but multiple times, obviously. I've never tried it. I don't think I'd be able to do it right now as far as I average and stuff, but I think it's really cool. It's definitely less like spectator friendly than normal 3-blind. I mean, it depends on how many cubes you're doing, but it's really, really impressive. I think I'm going to put it above 4-blind, but behind 5-blind still. Pretty cool. Finally, FMC, which I've done a bit, not that much. My best, I think, is like 29 moves. It's pretty unique as an event. You don't do any like speed solving necessarily. It's just finding the shortest solution as you can in an hour with a 3x3 scramble. So it's really interesting. It's not everyone's favorite event, I don't think. It's not very popular, but I think it's really cool. But it's definitely not that cool. I think I'll still put it above Scoob. Sorry, mouses. But yeah, I think that's a pretty good tier list. Nothing in D tier because cubing is great. Nothing is D tier. Come on. I think that's about what I would do for a tier list of all the WC events. So that's pretty much it. Yeah. Bye.